Listening. 1. Pre-listening. Discuss. Why are you learning English? What do you like most, least about learning English?
Why are you learning English? To be honest, I'm learning English because it's the ultimate passport, not just for travel, but for access. It opens doors to better job opportunities, lets me understand films without subtitles, and helps me connect with people from all over the world. But more than that, I love the idea of thinking in another language. It's like giving your brain a new pair of glasses. Suddenly you see things from a different angle. What do you like most, least about learning English? What I enjoy most is the rhythm of it. British English especially has this lovely up and down melody, and I adore idioms like "it's not my cup of tea" or "feeling under the weather." They're so visual and playful. What I like least? Probably the spelling. It feels like a trick sometimes. Why is rough pronounced rough, but through sounds like through? It drives me round the bend. But honestly, that quirkiness is also what makes it charming. It keeps you on your toes.
Module 3B. You are going to hear a radio program about a foreign language learning convention. You will hear the program in several parts. After each part, you will hear some questions. For each question, choose the correct answer. Listen to the introduction and note the example question below.
Good afternoon, everyone. Thanks for tuning in to WRSB. I'm Julia Marquez, reporting to you live from the 23rd Annual Foreign Language Learning Convention. The convention hall is packed with visitors eager to hear about the different ways of learning a foreign language. I'll be going around talking to some of the participants here and asking them to share their experiences and ideas about learning a foreign language.
Example. Where is Julia Marquez? Where is Julia Marquez? The correct answer is C, at a convention hall. Now the radio program will continue.
Tip. Remember that you hear the program only once and that the questions are recorded and not printed. Read the options quickly before you hear each section of the program so that you can predict the questions and focus on the corresponding parts of the program. Listen to each question carefully and make sure that you choose the option which answers the question according to what you have heard. Don't work on a question when the next question is being spoken.
Program. Live and Learn, a program promoting language learning through a 6-week stay in the country of your choice. Paul, can you tell us a little about your program?
Hello, Lisa, and hello, everyone. Well, just as you said, Lisa, Live and Learn functions on the principle that people can learn a language better if they actually spend time and take classes in the country where the language is spoken. Being in situations where one has a chance to interact and speak with native speakers inside and out of the classroom is the quickest and most practical way to learn a foreign language. And the best thing is that we have classes for all different levels ranging from beginners to the more advanced. Who can possibly resist the idea of seeing the beautiful country of Italy while becoming fluent in Italian? Plus, we have classes for all age groups so everyone can feel comfortable.
Well, it definitely sounds good to me, Paul. Now, let's move on and hear about some other programs.
1. What does Paul think is the best way to learn a foreign language? 2. How are the classes in Live and Learn organized?
'Now we have with us Jasmine Owens, who lives in Turkey and owns 3 after-school about yourself and your language centers.
Yes, of course. Well, I started out as an English teacher with a small school that offered classes from 3 p.m. until 11 p.m., times that were suitable for working adults and children who wanted help learning a language after school. Things were going really well after school. Things were going really well, and I loved my job. After 2 years of saving money and adding more rooms to the building, I hired 4 other teachers to teach German, French, Italian, and Spanish. Then our student numbers increased, and now I own 3 schools. People just keep coming. They seem satisfied. Our flexible hours, small classes, and special attention make our schools a popular choice for people looking for efficiency and convenience. If things go well, I'm hoping to add Japanese, Greek, and Portuguese. We hire only college graduates with language degrees. Plus, all of our teachers are certified.
Well, Jasmine, it seems like a good deal. It seems like learning a foreign language can really happen in your spare time.
Three. What did Jasmine do in the past? 4. What was different about Jasmine's classes? Jasmine's schools. 6. In order to teach in one of Jasmine's schools, what is necessary?
Tutor program. This is Steve, the founder of the program. Steve, what exactly is Hire a Tutor?
Hello, Julia, and to everyone listening. Well, Hire a Tutor is a tutoring service I started which sends qualified language tutors to your doorstep. Lots of people have learned 1, 2, or more languages through this one-on-one method. I myself know 3, you see. This method allows students to feel comfortable speaking, interacting, and most of all, dealing with any handicaps that might arise during the language learning experience. This works really well for people who don't feel they get the attention they need in large classes, or who simply want to learn a language in the comfort of their own home.
7. Where do tutors from Hire a Tutor teach? 8. How many languages does Steve know? Who might be more interested in the Hire a Tutor program?
Well, there certainly are a lot of options when it comes to learning a foreign language. Wow, look here. There is a line waiting around for. Excuse me, miss. I'm Julia Marquez for WRSB. May I ask your name and what you are doing in this line?
Hello. Yes, my name is Maria Tennant, and I'm waiting to sign up for the lottery ticket for a chance to win a cruise throughout the Mediterranean and learn the language of my choice. There will only be one lucky winner. But even if I don't win, I would still like to receive some information about the deluxe language cruises. I've heard wonderful things about this program. My neighbor went on a cruise to the Caribbean, and when she returned, she could speak Spanish pretty well. She said she had the best time of her life. It's a bit expensive, but worth it. You get to pick from a variety of cruises and over 30 languages. You basically arrange to take a cruise to certain destinations and learn a language. Most cruises range from 2 weeks to 1 month.
Wow, Maria, thanks. That was really informative. Well, I want to thank everyone for tuning in. I'd like to encourage all of our listeners to try learning a foreign language. After all, there are so many fun and interesting ways to do it.
Ten. What does Maria want to sign up for? 11. Where did Maria's neighbor go on a cruise? Cruises last.
'Speaking. Discuss the following questions. You can use some of the words and expressions in the boxes. Tip. When answering questions, try to justify your answers, give examples, and relate your answers to your personal experience or background knowledge. In your opinion, what is the best way to learn a foreign language? Why? What are the advantages and disadvantages of one-on-one learning? What kind of classroom activities are most effective in learning a foreign language? What can people do to improve their skills in a foreign language? Authentic texts, individual attention, read extensively, focused, quick, slow pace, audio-visual material, interaction, progress, travel abroad, computer programs. In my opinion, the best way to learn a foreign language is... One advantage/disadvantage of one-on-one learning is... I think would be very effective in learning a foreign language. Perhaps people can... Another thing people can try is...
In my opinion, the best way to learn a foreign language is a balanced mix of immersion and structure. If I had to pick one, though, I'd say interaction. Real, messy, unscripted conversation with native speakers. You can study grammar rules for hours, but nothing beats the thrill of being understood in a cafe or making a joke that actually lands. That said, audio-visual material, like BBC podcasts or British series, is a close second. It trains your ear to natural rhythm and slang, without feeling like homework. One advantage of one-on-one learning is the individual attention you get. The teacher can tailor every lesson to your weak spots, which means you're always focused on what matters most, not what the whole class needs. You also control the pace. If you're struggling with conditionals, you can go slow. If you're smashing through vocabulary, you can go quick without waiting for anyone else. One disadvantage, though, is that it can feel a bit intense. There's no one to hide behind, no group energy to feed off. Also, you miss out on the messy, unpredictable interaction that happens in group discussions, where you learn to think on your feet. I think would be very effective in learning a foreign language. I think using authentic texts, like newspaper articles, song lyrics, or even restaurant menus is hugely effective. Why? Because they're real. They're not watered down for learners. They contain idioms, cultural references, and slang that you'd actually encounter. Pair that with audio-visual material, say watching a short news clip with subtitles, and you're training both reading and listening simultaneously. It's like killing two birds with one stone. Perhaps people can read extensively, and I mean widely, not just textbooks. Read a thriller, a cookbook, a tweet, a weather forecast, anything. The more varied your input, the richer your output. And don't just read silently. Read aloud to practice pronunciation and rhythm. Another thing people can try is travelling abroad.
even for a short weekend. Nothing forces your brain to activate language like being surrounded by it 24/7. You have to order food, ask for directions, make small talk. It's terrifying but brilliant. And if travel isn't an option, computer programs like language apps or AI chatbots can simulate that pressure in a safe space. They're great for drilling vocabulary and tracking your progress over time.